Hello, welcome to our strategic branding design. What exactly this we're going to discuss with an example, okay? So everything starts with understanding the challenge. From there, we move to ideate, and once you come up with an idea, you have to implement. If you see in strategic branding design, there are 3 I's. You can see here like 1, 2, 3. The first I stands for insight. Once you have insight, you move toward the second I, wherein you ideate. Once you ideate, you go and implement that idea into tangible brand touchpoints. That implementation could be advertisement, packaging design, social media post, or digital promotions, or a PR activities. Let's move on with this case study. So what was the challenge here? The primary challenge was the natural energy drink market was experiencing a rapid growth and increasing intense competition. Making a simple claim is no longer a sufficient. That's becoming very generic. Market is basically evolving. The insight discovered here was there are these coordinates: active products and basic product. Then you have natural energy and more than natural energy. The past demand is all about like natural energy and basic product. That was more than enough. But today's emerging demand is encompassing active product and more than energy. This is what evolving relationship people are looking for. People are looking for something more than just a natural energy drink, and it's supposed to correspond with their lifestyle. Further in insight, it is discovered energy is not a mere achievement. It's basically achievement versus raw potential. So the emerging demand was towards raw potential, looking at energy as a raw potential. The key strategy inside was the consumers had a fundamentally redefined energy as a raw potential rather than mere achievement. Okay? They are rejecting just mere achievement and they are moving towards energy as a raw potential. Let's look at further in insight discovery. What else we found? Consumers were looking for a form conscious collective energy that aligned with their lifestyle aspiration. For example, how Nike treats the energy of sportsmanship. Okay, Nike position athletic empowerment beyond just performance. It always talks about unlimited you. It's talk about philosophically than just talking about mere energy or achievement. It emotionally connects with you and kindles your aspiration. So that is what consumers were looking. Now, this insight has triggered to ideate further. In the idea stage, we looked at central brand idea was life is a game. That was the big idea, which kind of corresponds to lifestyle, and the product benefit, energy as a raw potential, which is a product bringing to the table, and people are aspiring a bit of a lifestyle centric aspect. So this life is a game as a central brand idea, building on this understanding of energy as a raw potential and lifestyle alignment, the central brand idea become the life as a game. So that's how this idea came in. And if you look at it rightly on the positioning, wherein energy as a raw potential and active product aspects, positioning has within a broader energy ecosystem, drawing inspiration from match tactics and team performance. So initially they were here, from here to move to active and energy as a raw potential. Further, in idea aims to create unbreakable flow of state, and we are seeking sustainable everyday energy. This was the aspiration, what people are expecting from this brand. So in idea, we were trying to utilize this aspect and bring it to in the tangible form when we are implementing. In the implementation stage, if you see the life as a game, that's a big idea. We wanted to express through a cohesive system of visual, verbal elements inspiring sports culture. So life is a game, like this has got this connotation of a sports culture. Therefore, we were picking up cues from a sports culture, like hand-drawn annotation reference, a coach pre-match tactical notes, how coaches draw and explain their teams to how to perform or take shots or basically perform. So that game become a metaphor. These visual aspect become a metaphor for design. Therefore, if you see no artificial sweetener to added sugar to antioxidant rich and 40 calorie, the information which we're communicating on a brand touchpoint, whether it's a packaging or whatnot, used this aesthetic, game metaphor aesthetic. So let's go further in implementation, visual identity and iconography. A bold angle black word mark, which is the name, was introduced to convey optimism and confidence. The use of a thick font brings that confidence. And previous heart symbol evolved into a 4-stroke angle color. If you look at all this sports jersey has got these nice bold strokes. The graphic inspiration came from sports jersey and heart. If you see the interpretation of heart with these 4 lines, it basically echo the visual language of a sports team jersey. Further, in color palette, yellow, blue, orange reflects the flavor cue while deliberately avoiding cliche of natural product aesthetic. This looks more like a lifestyle accessory rather than a tasty flavor drink. Next is a message, as we were earlier discussing, hand-drawn annotation, reference to a coach pre-match tactical notes, calling out benefits such as mental clarity, jitter, free energy. Like look at here, mental clarity and jitter free and slow release of energy. All of that following this particular aesthetic of coach kind of making these notes. So that came across all their message information on the packaging. If you look at on the pack how this is portrayed on it, you can clearly see on the BOP, back of the pack, you can see when the information is given, so this aesthetic was followed to keep that communication alive. And finally, implementation in this case, the packaging design, you can see the colors are, of course, through colors you can make out a flavor, but these are lifestyle centric colors, not just tasty flavor colors. And of course, the brand name is very much confident, bold, it's on the go, active, sportsy feel. And this heart shape, which is inspired by sports jersey, and it looks like energy drink rather than a passive drink. So that's it, how everything started with insight. Insight become a foundation for ideation, and ideation translated into graphic form and shape, and that converted into a brand touch point, in this case packaging design. Thanks for listening.